$500,000 house, 6% commission. Seller is going to pay a real estate company $30,000 to market that home. Okay? $500,000 house, or excuse me, $250,000 house, cut the numbers in half. Don't get too excited, you don't get all of that. Listing broker, listing salesperson, selling broker, selling salesperson. Now, I didn't put that on the board to impress you with numbers. You have a book. You have to know what's in the book. And I'm going to give you a little hint about knowing and understanding what is in any book. You have to first get into your head who the main characters are. Now, I'm 71. And I need a little help. When you get older, you forget stuff, see? That's why my daughter's here. She's afraid I might wander off, so she's sitting in the back of the room, see? But the point is, this is a little embarrassing, but I highlight the main characters when I read a novel in the book. The first time they appear, they usually tell you who they are. Then when I forget halfway through the book who they are, I can flip back, see? Well, that's the point of all this. Those terms are important in both halves of the class, but 10 times more important in this half of the class, okay? And here's the reason why. There are 6 main characters in your book. Now, if this was strictly a real estate class, there would only be 2 main characters, the seller and the buyer. Okay? But this is not a real estate class. This is a class in real estate brokerage. Real estate brokerage. Okay? You don't need a license to sell your own house. You need a license to sell somebody else's house for a fee. It's what a broker is. A mortgage broker is selling money that he doesn't own. He's selling it for someone else. That's what mortgage brokers are. And they sell the money of a mortgage banker and get a percentage for selling the mortgage banker's money. Okay? We have insurance brokers. They sell insurance policies for insurance companies. We have stockbrokers. They're not selling you stock they own. They're selling you someone else's stock for a fee. I happen to live in the country. I live on a farm. Started out a dairy farmer. In the country, we have produce brokers. The farmers who raise the peppers don't hawk them to the Acme. Well, this is South Jersey. We don't say many words right here. Where I live, it's the Acme. Okay? Well, we have produce brokers. They get a percentage for selling the farmer's peppers to Wegmans or the Acme or whoever, okay? It's what brokers are. We're in a brokerage business. We're not selling houses we own. We're selling other people's houses for a fee. It's the brokerage business. So that, yes, the 2 main characters are the seller and the buyer. Then we have the listing broker, the listing salesperson, the selling broker, and the selling salesperson. They are the other 4 main characters, okay? They are the other 4 main characters. Now here's why this is so important. We get into the license law, the obligation of these 4 characters under the license law is different. Okay? In most cases, it's two different companies. Action Realty Agency Incorporated listed the property, and XYZ Realty sold the property. This company is under contract to work in the best interest of the seller. This company is under contract to work in the best interest of the buyer. And what the selling broker has to do, if a selling salesperson does that, they lose their license. These are all different roles under the law. They have all different requirements depending which character you are in a real estate transaction. So when you get a question, be real careful on the state test. Are they asking you what are the obligations of the listing company, the listing salesperson, the selling company, or the selling salesperson? Okay? Because the obligations are different. Okay? So we're going to watch that real carefully. Now, of course, if you were the listing salesperson, you went out on a listing presentation, and you happen to qualify a buyer and sell them your listing, this could be one company, one salesperson, then you would get the $15,000 for that couple. Okay? Now think about it. $15,000 for one couple. If you handled two couples that month, wouldn't you be making $30,000? How many days in a month? 30. It's $365,000 a year, two couples a month. And if you only sell two couples a month, you won't win the sales contest. The top people in most real estate companies sell twice that much. Okay? That's the potential. But of course, if you're one of the 80%, you probably aren't going to be up in that strata. If you're part of the 20%, you will be. Okay? That's the name of the game. That's the goal.